Hi, American Atheists. My name's Tori. I'm coming to you from Phoenix, Arizona, and I first and foremost want to say thank you for the opportunity for us to share a little bit about the good work we're doing here in Arizona. Secular AZ is made up of two groups, the Secular Communities for Arizona, which is our 501c3 group, and the Secular Coalition for Arizona, which is a 501c4 lobbying group. Let me tell you a little bit more about what we do. So we work very hard to organize constituents around the state to be engaged in public policies at the state legislature. We do this through a number of ways, and that involves working on our growing secular movement. That involves having a lobbyist at the Capitol every day when they're in session. We track bills, we keep people interested in what's going on, we let you know what's happening. We work with our partner organizations like American Atheists to provide you with in-depth analyses. We also have a robust legal team made of 4 volunteer lawyers who write letters and amicus briefs. They get involved in responding to local complaints of church-state separation issues, and they also work with national groups when it matters. If it's a bigger case, we're going to need some bigger help. So we have a legal program, a legislative program, and a community organizing. We are made up of all of these groups. This is our coalition, including our newest members, Arizona End of Life Options, the Tucson Atheist Community Outreach Team, which call themselves the TACO team, which is very fitting for Arizona, and the Reason Writers. So we are made up of all of these groups around the state. We are not just a small group of people sitting in a room. We have organized and pulled together these groups to help lobby for these policies, to build community, to show our strength in numbers. So I encourage everyone to get involved in one of these groups locally here throughout Arizona. We are directed by our board and staff. Our fearless leader is Zenaida Quintana, who is also one of the original founders. We were founded in 2010, so we've had 10 years of secular advocacy, and we are only getting bigger and better. So thank you to all of our volunteer board members for all they do. We have a very small staff of myself and Lindsay Evans and Zach Likovich. Also, we've added on Diane Post as our legal director, and Luke Douglas is now a senior strategist helping us to engage liaisons around the state. Every year we host a secular day at the Capitol. Usually we get about 150 people who show up, and we all wear these beautiful shirts. See? It's a sea of blue, and I tell you what, ever since we started doing this, we have been getting attention of lawmakers at the Capitol, and we are definitely moving forward to being in their favor. But we do have a political reality, which is that right now, the current makeup of the legislature is that minority bills don't get heard. Atheist lawmakers are constantly disrespected, and the religious lobbying groups are very well funded, and they are located here in Arizona. The Alliance Defending Freedom is a hate group, and they're located in Scottsdale, Arizona, so they definitely pay attention to what's happening here. The Center for Arizona Policy is a local lobbying group of about $2 million a year is their budget, and the Arizona Catholic Conference. These three usually show up together, and they have access to the governor's office, to the speaker's office, to the Senate president's office, and until Arizonans can take over the legislature with secular-minded people in the majority, then we will consistently have these problems. But what do we do in the face of all of this? Well, we normalize secular invocations. We usually have between 20 and 30 secular invocations at the Capitol. We've been building legislative relationships, so when the time comes, we will have those relationships to be able to pass the bills that we need. We have been very successful in recent years on defeating harmful legislation, which we have done on matters of sex education, protecting women's reproductive rights, etc. And we've done all this through building coalitions, and by having a voice outside of the hallways of the legislature. We bring the people to the legislature. We've also had some successes defending church-state separation complaints through our legal program. Diane Post, who heads that up, has been able to stop many bad things around the state, including we did a survey of all of the school districts and a public records request. We found so many violations, and Diane was able to quelch most of them. We serve as a resource to the community with position papers and policy papers, and also doing work to help our liaised groups build and grow their own membership. We have interesting speakers every other week on Zoom, and we do this with intersectional issues in mind. We do this with atheist or secular issues in mind, or we just do these to highlight some of our local groups or national groups and the good work that they're doing. So these are all the things we've been able to do, and can you imagine what we'll do if we get a majority? That would be amazing. One of the things we worked on recently with the American Atheist was the In God We Trust license plates, which Arizona has like 90 something license plates, and one of them is In God We Trust. Now, the money from that plate goes to none other than the Alliance Defending Freedom. And together with American Atheists, we partnered to put up billboards, we did a website, a petition, a whole public education campaign. We had a bill that we put through the legislature, although it did not receive a hearing, but hopefully it will. Again, if we get a majority. And so it was such a fun time though working with American Atheists, and I just want to thank Nick Fish and all of the staff at American Atheists for taking the time to look at Arizona and give us a chance, because it was a successful campaign. And we do look forward to having you here in Phoenix next year for your convention. The 2020 convention was cut short due to COVID, but I promise you, anybody who comes to this convention, you will love the weather here in Arizona in April. It is fantastic. Look for me, I'll look for you. Can't wait to see you. You can always sign up for our action alerts to see what's going on in Arizona, and you can sign up at secularaz.org. If you have questions for me, reach out to me, Tori at secularaz.org. Thanks again to Sam for inviting us.